The sun was barely up when I stepped onto my porch, coffee steaming in my hand. Ranger, my German shepherd, trotting beside me. The morning air was sharp and clean, carrying the scent of hay from my 10-acre ranch outside Fort Worth, Texas. This was the peace I'd fought for after years as a Marine. But that peace shattered when my eyes landed on two massive trucks parked dead center on my land. One leaned sideways, tires sinking deep into the soft earth. The other leaked something dark and oily onto my gravel path. Bright letters on the side read, HOA Property Management, Reserve Parking. My fist clenched. I didn't belong to an HOA. Never had, never would. I stormed toward the trucks, Ranger's growl low and steady at my side. No drivers, no notes, just orange cones spread out like they owned the place. I pulled out my phone to call the sheriff, but before I could dial, a figure emerged from my pasture. Heels clicked, sunglasses gleamed, clipboard in hand. "You there?" she called, waving like I was her hired help. "These trucks are staying 3 days. Community cleanup event. Our members need the space." Her voice dripped entitlement. "This is my land," I said, voice tight. She scoffed, flipping a page. "Technically, your property's in our zone." "I'm not in your HOA," I snapped. "This is private ranch land." She rolled her eyes. "Oh, come on. Don't you care about the neighborhood?" Her name was Laura. Folks in town whispered the queen behind her back. She'd crowned herself head of the Meadow Creek HOA, though no one recalled ever voting her in. This wasn't a mix-up. Laura knew exactly what she was doing. Engines rumbled. I turned. 2 more trucks were rolling up my drive. My gut sank. This wasn't parking. It was a takeover. I should back up. I'm Ethan Carter, 42, retired Marine. I bought this ranch to escape the noise, the rules, the power trips. My buddies warned me about HOAs, guys fined for mailbox colors, hounded over barking dogs. I made sure my D was ironclad. No HOA could touch me, but Laura never cared for rules that didn't serve her. She'd already tried demanding I repaint my fence, called animal control on Ranger, and filed fake complaints about my solar panels. I ignored her games, but now, with trucks chewing up my land, she'd crossed the line. I pulled out my camera, filming everything. "What are you doing?" Laura barked. "Documenting," I said coolly, "for the county. And my lawyer." Her face twitched, but she sneered. "The sheriff won't side with you." As another truck crushed my irrigation trench, flooding the pasture, I snapped. I stood in its path, arms raised like a traffic cop. "Turn it around," I shouted. Laura strode over, waving papers. "I own this land now." "You've been served," the drivers froze. Confused. I grabbed the paper, a forged lease claiming I'd rented my ranch to the HOA. My blood boiled. Before I could respond, sirens wailed. Laura smirked. "That's the HOA enforcement unit." But she was wrong. A sheriff's cruiser skidded up, dust flying. Deputy Caleb stepped out, an old Army buddy. He scanned the trucks, the cones, the flooded trench, then whistled. "Ethan," he said, "throwing a parade without me?" Laura strutted toward him. "Officer, this man is obstructing our event." "Cite him," Caleb ignored her, examining the lease. Then he laughed. "This Ethan's signature? In glitter gel pen?" Laura's smirk vanished. "Forging documents is a felony in Texas," Caleb said. "Want to rethink your story?" The drivers scrambled to their trucks. Engines roared as they fled down my drive. "You'll regret this," Laura hissed. "You trespassed. You lied. Get off my land," I shot back. But she wasn't finished. That night a drone buzzed low over my barn. The next morning a note was taped to my gate. "Say goodbye to your fence." Sure enough, 3 fence sections were sawed off. Tire tracks dug into the dirt. I called Caleb. "She's escalating." He filed a report, but I knew Laura's playbook. She wanted my land annexed into Meadow Creek, and she wasn't afraid to forge, lie, or vandalize to do it. I dug deeper. My county contact Mark found a backdated claim saying I joined the HOA last fall, signed by a man dead 2 years. Attached was a zoning map labeling my ranch as future community garden and parking. I laughed, a bitter, dangerous laugh. Laura thought she was clever, but I had my father's deed, notarized in 1974, untouchable. I crashed the next HOA meeting. Laura was mid-speech about beautification when she saw me walk in with a folder and flash drive. "This is a private meeting," she snapped. "I'm Ethan Carter," I said loudly, "owner of the ranch you've been targeting. Everything I show is backed by proof. You can listen, or it goes to the press." I plugged in the flash drive. Deed, forged claim, dead man's signature. Gasps filled the room. Laura stammered, "He agreed to donate." I cut her off. "Then why's this signature from a man dead 3 years? Silence. I laid down a cease and desist. One more truck, drone, or clipboard on my land, and I sue for trespass and fraud. I walked out, leaving her pale. But the war kept climbing. At 3 a.m., my cameras caught her sneaking onto my land in a bathrobe, zip-tying a fake $1,000 citation to my gate. I uploaded it. HOA, boss tries to find me for my tractor. 200,000 views in days. The internet dubbed her the bathrobe enforcer. Embarrassed but desperate, she pushed harder. She filed an emergency petition to seize my ranch, claiming it was a fire hazard. A blatant lie. The final straw came weeks later. My alarm blared at 1 a.m. An HOA-marked truck crawled up my drive, a man with bolt cutters by the gate. "Freeze!" I yelled, shotgun leveled. He bolted. Ranger chased him into the dark. Inside the truck, I found a clipboard listing my shed and generator as non-compliance recovery. Laura's name sat at the top. That footage went straight to the sheriff and the news. The arrest 3 nights later. Red and blue lights flooded Meadow Creek. I followed Caleb as he strode into Laura's clubhouse mid-meeting. Residents turned, stunned. "Laura James!" Caleb's voice boomed. She clutched her clipboard. "Yes? What's the meaning of—" "You're under arrest for document forgery, trespassing, attempted theft, and filing a false 911 report." Gasps rippled. "This is outrageous!" Laura shrieked, backing away. 2 deputies flanked her. Ranger barked from my truck outside, the sound sharp and final. As they cuffed her, she twisted, eyes burning into me. "You'll regret this, Ethan." I stepped forward, calm as stone. "No, Laura. I already regret letting it go this far." The deputies hauled her out as residents whispered in shock. The aftermath. With Laura gone, the HOA crumbled. Greg, a board member, reached out. "We're reforming. Voluntary rules only." Residents are furious the county filed charges. Laura pled out, given probation, community service, and a lifetime HOA ban. She packed up and left Meadow Creek in shame. Weeks later, I received a plaque from the county. "For defending property rights and community fairness." It hangs in my barn now, above Ranger's bed. The ranch is quiet again. No trucks, no drones. Just the wind, the peach trees, and Ranger dozing in the sun. I sip my coffee on the porch, watching the sunrise. If another Laura comes knocking, I'll be ready, with cameras, the law, and a whole lot of fight. Hit the like button and subscribe to Work Story